All right, if you are gearing up for the LEED Green Associate exam, you are in exactly the right place. We are about to crack the code on the one single concept that'll completely change how you study and, more importantly, how you pass this thing. So let's just start with a really important question here, because honestly, how you answer this could mean the difference between walking out of that test center feeling great or feeling totally blindsided. A lot of people treat this exam like a giant flashcard deck, a pure memory game, and let me tell you, that is the biggest trap you can fall into. Okay, so first things first, what even is this exam? Well, LEED, that's Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, is basically the biggest name in green building standards on the planet. Getting that Green Associate or GA credential, that's your ticket into that world. But what is the test really looking for? At its core, this whole exam is about one thing: your understanding. It's not a trivia night. It's not about reciting facts. It's about whether you can apply the core principles of green building to a project, from the very first idea all the way to the finish line. All right, before we dive deep into the winning strategy, let's just quickly get the lay of the land. Knowing the basic numbers of the exam helps you frame what you're up against. So you're looking at 100 multiple choice questions. And that number isn't just to test your stamina, it's because the exam covers a really wide range of topics, which is exactly why having that big picture mindset is so important. And you get exactly 2 hours to knock them all out. Now, if you do the math, that's a little over a minute per question. That's a huge clue right there. It tells you this test isn't about complex calculations. It's about quickly applying the main ideas. But the real secret isn't just about being fast. It's about a whole different way of thinking. Okay, so we've got the format down. But now let's talk about the real hurdle. This is the thing that trips up so many people, and I promise you it has absolutely nothing to do with memorizing trivia. This quote from the experts over at Slow Flow Academy just hits the nail on the head. It is not about memorizing stats or standards. It is all about getting the why, the intent behind everything you do in sustainable building. And that brings us to the main event. This right here is the concept that is going to unlock this whole exam for you. Seriously. If you can grasp the difference between intent and strategy, you have found your master key. So let's break them down. First, you've got intent. The easiest way to think about this is it's the why. What's the big picture goal? Why are we even doing this? It's the ultimate purpose, the reason something exists in the first place. And on the flip side of that coin, you have strategy. And if intent is the why, well, strategy is the how. Think of it like this. If the intent is your destination, the strategy is the car you're going to drive to get there. It's the actual method, the tool, the specific action you take. Now check this out, because this chart makes it crystal clear. Look at the examples. The intent, the why, is to conserve water. What's the strategy, the how? We install low-flow fixtures. The intent is to improve well-being. The strategy is to use materials with low VOCs. You see that pattern? The entire exam is basically designed to see if you can connect a specific how back to its fundamental why. And here's the absolute best part. This isn't just some little trick for one section of the test. No way. This intent versus strategy mindset is the golden key for every single category on the exam. From the second you're thinking about site selection all the way through to indoor air quality. It all applies. So let's put it all together. How does this actually create your winning mindset for test day? Well, this is how you stop being just a test taker and you start actually thinking like a real green associate. This is your new mantra. From this moment on, for every single practice question you do, for every topic you review, don't just ask, what is this? Instead, I want you to stop and ask, okay, but why does this matter? What is the real goal here? Because when you start thinking in terms of the intent, the right strategy, it just clicks into place. It becomes obvious. So when you think about it, the final question isn't about how many facts you can cram into your brain. It's about changing your entire perspective. When you truly understand the core purpose, the intent behind green design, you're not just getting ready for an exam anymore. You're actually learning how to think like a leader in this field. So are you ready to build with intent?